Hey, what's going on, people? Guns blazing back at it again, and today I'm going to be bringing you a couple of level 40 Zane Truesdale farming decks. And I will be showing all the card names in case you can't see all the little cards in that deck picture, as well as talking about the replacements. So stay tuned for those if you need them. First off, I'm going to be showing you a Turbo Cerberus Bamboo deck. And this one's pretty simple. I'm running that Draw Sense Light. If you don't have Draw Sense Light, you can use Draw Sense Low Level, which is a level up skill on Chaz. But if you have Light, it's better because, it pops at 1500 light points, while Draw Sense Low Level pops at 18. And so all you're going to want to do is take a hit to the nutsack if you don't already have your CERB. That allows you to pop your Draw Sense skill. And you're going to want to try to get your Cerberus up to a certain amount. I think the magic number is 5200. Because what he has is he has Power Bond, as well as a fusion monster that has 2800 attack. So if he Power Bonds that monster out, he can actually double that attack to 5600. So you're gonna want your Cerberus to at least get to at least 5200. So when he pops a spell, it's gonna be 57.
Popping.
And so I accomplished this by popping them busted bamboos, drawing a buttload of cards. And I also do have some econs in the deck, and this is in case you can't get your Cerberus high enough. You know, you're not always going to get lucky with the bamboos, so hopefully with these econs you're going to be able to stall out if you don't get your CERB to a high enough amount. But I do get my CERB high enough, so I'm just going to pop them. Because I think I did play Into the Void here, so any spells that I have left in my hand are going to get dropped, so I'm just going to set that econ and make sure I play everything. Another good thing about the bamboos is they have this small returning effect with the cursed bamboo, meaning that you can pretty much play it over and over again. Because you can return it to your hand once per turn. Return other bamboo swords to your hand. And at this point I'm pretty much set because my Cerberus, as I said, is high enough to stand up to his twin... It's a twin-headed Cyber Dragon fusion monster. And the only other threat that he has besides that power-bonded fusion monster is, I think it's called Light Ray Daedalus, which can target a field spell and 2 cards you control and destroy them. But he can't summon that unless he has 4 light-type monsters in his graveyard. And we're not really going to attack into any of his monsters, so most of the time that's not going to be a problem for us. So let's talk about some of these replacements here. Now obviously the most problematic card in this deck is Into the Void for most people, because not everyone's going to be able to afford 3 copies. You can put in another econ to keep your CERB safe. You can put in equip spells. You can put in Shard of Greed. You can also use Cup of Ace, but try not to get too tilted with that card. It could screw you over a lot of times. And I wouldn't really rely on it for farming, but if you're desperate, go for the Cup of Ace. You can also use more magical mallets, and that might help you to redraw your cards in the bamboo combos that you need. But one thing I would recommend is that you don't use field spells. Try not to put any field spells because that helps him, if he does get his Light Ray Daedalus available, then he's going to be able to pop off on all of your stuff. So yeah, no field spells. Meanwhile, I'm just waiting for this farm to finish. Got 2 cards left. We're almost there, boys. Also, keep in mind that there is a 1000 dual assessment point bonus, so you don't have to really worry too much about your prismatics and your glossies, because as long as you get 7000, you're gonna get that plus 1000 to seal the deal for you. And so here's that final turn. Remember that you don't need any direct attacking cards or piercing cards because Cursed Bamboo lets you attack directly. There it is. Alright, so there you go. Here's all the cards that I'm using for this deck. And I'm going to show you a couple of different setups in case you don't have the Into the Voids. And maybe you don't even have these spells right here. So here's a deck with a couple of replacements for the Into the Voids. Should be pretty affordable. And then here's that Cup of Ace version if you're really poor and you're really desperate. But again, I don't recommend it because Cup of Ace can get you real tilted with all the tails that you might be pulling out. So yeah. Alright, next up I'll be showing this Blue Eyes farming deck. And the skill is not as important with this one. If you do have restart on one of your GX characters, you should be using that. The only reason I'm using Draw Sense Earth is because Bastion doesn't have access to restart. And I'm trying to farm some skills on him at the same time. But Draw Sense Earth will do because, what's it called? It works in hands like these where, you know, I lead off with that Blue Eyes in the starting hand but no way to summon him. And so Draw Sense Earth is going to come clutch and pick me up that single Kidmodo Dragon from my deck. And our back row, which is Econ, Floodgate, Champion's Vidge, Curse of Anubis, Windstorm, all help us with dealing with a bonded Cyber Twin Dragon, which is pretty much the main threat of his deck. If we can deal with that, or if he doesn't summon it, then it should be a pretty easy farm. And the only other threat is Light Ray Daedalus, but that's also not too common unless you're actively destroying his monsters and putting fodder in the grave for it, which you shouldn't be doing. But anyways, we got Champion's Vidge for that, so that's also fine. And we also run Floodgate for that. Anyways, he's gonna Light Hexield fuse out into his Cyber Twin Dragon, but it's fine because again, it's not bonded. It's only a problem when it's 5600 attack. 2800 is not gonna be enough to get over our Blue Eyes. And although he does run Rare Metamorph, I don't think the AI is capable of, you know, attacking and then popping Rare Metal, if I recall correctly. Anyways, I got my Blue Eyes out, and I got Vidge and Curse of Anubis and Floodgate down, so at this point it's looking pretty good. I just killed the Cyber Twin to make sure he doesn't run that Rare Metamorph play, but apart from that, I don't want to attack into any more monsters because, what's it called? Jade Knight is a searcher. These face downs could be searchers, and I'm trying to not deck out before him. That's also why I added a Wonder Wand to the deck list. The one that you're seeing in the replay right now doesn't have a Wonder Wand, but what Wonder Wand will do for you is he allows you to guarantee that you run out of cards before him, because you can pop it on your Blue Dragon Summoner and get 2 drawn and also pick up a Blue Eyes at the same time. So that's pretty much gonna guarantee that you run out of cards before your opponent. And right here I did clog myself up a bit. He's not gonna play any more threats on the board, so Champion's Vigilance is not gonna put in any work. So I just go ahead and Vigilance my own Blue Dragon Summoner, freeing up a monster slot and freeing up my trap slot, spell trap slot for my union attacks and my Secret Passage. At this point, it's just a waiting game. Wait until that last turn so I can get maximum bonus from cards on the brink. I do have a combo available right here. If I wasn't demonstrating, I'd just run this right now because I get 8,000 with the 1,000 dual assessment point bonus campaign that they have right now. Anyways, we're just gonna wait until the last turn. Fortunately, he doesn't deck out before I end the farm, even though I didn't use the Wonder Wand this duel. And from then on, you just Secret Passage, Double Union, and the good thing about this farm at least is that he doesn't have any back row to stop your attacks, so you don't have to run anti-cheese arrows or nothing like that. You just pile onto your Vassal and attack for game. It'll be pretty easy from there. Okay, so here's the cards. And this is already the cheap version. Like, there's only one pack ultra rare, and that's Floodgate in this deck. If you don't even have one Floodgate, you could just run, like, I don't know, Security Orb or another enemy controller. But if you have Security Orb, it's better than enemy controller by a little bit because it can't get Rare Metamorphed. But if you do have the Floodgates available, I do recommend them, because they do deal with Cyber Twin as well as Light Ray Daedalus. But anyways, that's it from me. Hope you have some nice farms. Catch you on the stream later tonight. And this is Guns Blazing, signing out.
Smoking in silence, blazing like sirens. I can bring you out of the darkness into the fiery